Dragon Ball Z Kakarot is the latest video game in the highly successful Dragon Ball franchise. I mean, what a resurgence the series has gotten over the last few years. It got an amazing fighting game 2 years ago that's still going strong to this day. I'll provide an update to it in the future. Mostly because despite the game looking and playing so well, there is a shockingly small amount of content in it, but that's another story. So with Dragon Ball Xenoverse 2 finally done after years of DLC and Fighter Z on its third season, it was time for CyberConnect to take their turn. They made a fair share of Naruto games, particularly the Ninja Storm games, which look beautiful to this day. So one thing I will say, CyberConnect is no stranger to beautiful graphics, and they continue that trend with this game. Anyway, some minor spoilers here, so skip to this time if you don't want to be spoiled. The story follows the saga of Dragon Ball Z, and by that I mean the midpoint of the saga. There has never been a game that covers all of Dragon Ball to end of Z. Never has been, probably never will be. Just get that little wish out of the way, shall we? I guess if there's a sequel to this game, it'll be a prequel that's called Dragon Ball Son Goku, or Dragon Ball Super, never mind. There are little additions they've added, some good, some bad. Such as a short little side story that seems to give some indication as to when Goten was conceived. And yet despite that, the two have apparently never kissed. How's that work again? Also, Android 21 from Dragon Ball FighterZ shows up. That's random. Is this game canon? I'm ignoring the things I don't like because it's not in the original manga, which is what you should do. The game does cues from action RPGs and open world gameplay, and we'll get into those in a minute. What I will say about this game, the presentation is beautiful. It really brings the anime to life in a way that's never been done before, and I know a lot of people say that. The Dragon Ball story has been brought to life before many times and probably will be again. It wasn't until Xenoverse that they realized that they needed to change things up. Never before has that looked so beautiful. The voice acting is pretty on point, although I do have to wonder if they're getting a little tired of saying the same lines for over 20 years. The music is fairly solid as well, so really the presentation is the greatest part of the game. The combat is flashy and to the point. You want to keep things simple in a game like this, but that being said, the controls took some getting used to. I was playing on the Xbox One, and I noticed that pressing RB was fly and RT was to drop down. Eventually I managed to get the hang of it, and I was flying around like I knew how to ride a bike. That being said, I did run into a few glitches as I went through the game. Like at the beginning where it kept crashing. You get to make a customizable moveset for your characters, and it's really good. You can train your characters to unlock more special moves. What the game really shines in, the open world. I just love flying around the Dragon Ball world, seeing the hustle and bustle of the cities and townspeople living their everyday lives. It really makes the Dragon Ball world feel alive. Having to do side quests can be fulfilling or tedious. There's enemies to fight, Red Ribbon Army robots, Frieza goons, etc. One thing I find so annoying is that whenever I'm trying to go about my way, gathering some ingredients or finding the Dragon Balls, boom! Some enemy shows up and I have to fight them. No way to get out of it. It's so annoying and tedious. Of course, the general idea is to save up what you have so Chi-Chi can cook you a meal, which increases your stats. Even though all that happens while you level up throughout the game, so yeah, I guess it's just there for cosmetic purposes. Using the Dragon Balls, you can eventually get up to 3 wishes granted. You use this to bring back the enemies you fought so you can add them to your community as you see fit. Now this seems stupid. Why would you want to bring back people who tried to kill you? I hope this isn't canon. That'd be really stupid if it was. Well, oh look, I can play baseball! Yeah, but only as Gohan for some reason. Hit that baseball in orbit! I can go fishing! It's actually really dull and there's not much to it. Yeah, pretty self-explanatory. What else can I do? Wait, I can drive in the hover car around the world map?
This immediately justifies my purchase.
Screw flying, I just want to drive everywhere. Out on the open road. So all in all, can I recommend Dragon Ball Z Kakarot? Well, that's tricky. If you're a fan of the series, I say sure, check it out, but get it after a price drop. If you want your Dragon Ball fighting feel, I'd recommend you play Fighter Z. Kakarot is a good time, but it's got some very rough spots, so yeah, check it out when it's on sale. Thanks for watching. If you like this video, please hit that bell, like, and subscribe button. If you want to keep up to date, follow me on Twitter or join my Discord, which are provided in the description below.